Salutations, Internet! This is Frosty the Dragon here to present a playthrough of System Shock 2, made before the turn of the millennium by Looking Glass Studios. There is one thing I'd like to point out before we get started. I have played this game several times, but you may hear something about a guidebook. That's because the game does not give every little detail about every single thing, like weird statistics like damage numbers. This is where the guidebook, a Prima strategy guide, comes in. So let's get right to it. We're playing this on hard mode, of course.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine? In 2072, a rogue artificial intelligence known as Shodan lost her mind. In her limitless imagination, Shodan saw herself as a goddess, destined to inherit the earth. That image was snuffed out by the hacker who created her.
February 3rd is the day the magic happens. The Von Braun, the first starship in history capable of traveling at faster than light speed, will undertake her maiden voyage. This incredible journey is the result of teamwork between the UNN Protectorate and the incredible scientific minds at the newly relicensed Tri-Optimum Corporation. Imagine being able to travel to distant star systems in a period of weeks. It's all part of Tri-Op's commitment to the future. The Von Braun is packed with over 1.8 billion flight, scientific, and security systems, nearly all developed by Tri-Optimum and its wholly owned subsidiaries. Providing security for the Von Braun as she plows through the heavens will be the UNN Rickenbacker. At her helm will be no less than Captain William Bedford Diego himself, hero of the Battle of Boston Harbor during the Eastern States Police action. This incredible union of government and corporation is made possible by an intricate series of docking mechanisms that will allow the Rickenbacker to piggyback its way into jump space. Sleek, fast, revolutionary. Who knows what wonders await our crews in the bosom of the cosmos? All we do know is that it's a great day for mankind.
As a UNN Von Braun, we've been hijacked by an unknown force. Ship security has been compromised. Do not allow the ship... Repeat, do not allow the ship to leave under any circumstances. I don't know what we're up against here.
Alright. Just stepped off the tram, kind of a nice environment and the like.
Welcome to the Ramsey Center UNN recruitment facility. Please watch your step when leaving the train. The grav shafts at the end of the hall will take you to the street-level training and recruitment center. Please proceed to the grav shafts.
I'm going to let as much of the spoken dialogue go as I can, but there may be incidents where I wind up talking over people. You might just have to deal.
Step into the grav shafts to proceed to the street-level recruitment.
Nice welcoming here. Very well detailed and everything for a game that was before the turn of the millennium. Any way to get in here? Nope. I've never actually explored this side much before, so I usually just go right in, or I do this. Yeah, there is a secret here. And despite there being no interface, you can easily pick that basketball up by just centering. And right-click.
Before you choose your career, you'll want to learn some basic abilities. First, you should go into the basic training center. When you're done with basic training, proceed to the advanced training area.
Just demonstrating something weird there. The fact that it's location-based rather than all around like these boots have.
To pick up some basic skills you'll need to get by in the service, enter this CyberLink booth. Inside, you'll learn the basic skills you'll need to get started.
Well, let's get to it. I'm going to be silent for most of this, like I said.
Welcome, trainee. While you're in our virtual training courses, we provide you with a simulated cyber interface. This training interface is identical to an actual military-grade cyber interface. Now, let's try it out. Move the mouse. See how it changes where you look? That means you're in shoot mode. Hit the tab key. This puts you in use mode, where you can use your mouse to interact with items in the world. Open your primary MFD, or multifunction display, by clicking on the MFD button near the bottom of the screen. This display shows your strengths in various areas. When you're ready to continue, press the tab key to go back to shoot mode. Try changing between modes until you get the hang of it. Follow the red path along the ground to the next training station.
Very nice interface, I will say that. Kind of rough to work with when you're in the middle of a life or death situation, but it tries.
To pick up items, center them on your screen and right-click. This will automatically place that item into your inventory. To view your inventory, press the tab key. You can move items around your inventory by left-clicking and dragging them around. To drop an item, drag it from your inventory into the 3D view and release the mouse button.
I'd like to point out that these chips are named Krakos. Makes me wonder if they should cross-promote with that freaking eyeball thing from Kirby. As for the juice... tasty fruit caffeinated fruit drink. So, it's basically if you spike naked with a bunch of caffeine, is my understanding of how this thing is.
To use items like buttons in computers, center them in your view and click the right mouse button. All usable items will have brackets around them. Highlight the button on the pillar and right-click. This will activate the lift. Try it out. If you can still see your inventory display, it means you're in use mode. Hit tab to return to shoot mode.
Nice holographic effect.
The object before you is a med hypo. Pick it up and then press tab to go into use mode. Right-clicking on the med hypo will use it and restore some needed hit points. Your hit points are displayed by a bar in the lower left corner of your screen. Many objects in your inventory can be used by right-clicking on them.
I'd like to point out that hypo is short for hypo spray, despite the fact that you clearly inject these things. What's up with that?
See the crate in front of you? To search it, center it on your screen and right-click. If you are in use mode, simply move the pointer to the crate and right-click. To take an item from that container, simply left-click on it. This will automatically place that item in your inventory. To close the container window and return to shoot mode, press the tab key.
I'll explain these next episode, don't even worry about them.
One of the most important tools you have as a soldier is your PDA. This device stores audio logs, emails, and other useful information. Click on the disk icon near the bottom of your screen to bring up the PDA display. Currently, the contents of your PDA are empty. Now pick up the audio log in front of you.
You can, like it says here, you can just press whatever key you have it bound to listen to it without opening up use mode. And that's what I prefer to do. Go into shoot mode and hit the U key.
This message is coming from the audio log you just picked up. You can use your PDA at any time to play any audio log or email you've received. In the field, the PDA is also used for keeping track of your current mission objectives and obtaining help information.
And I will not be displaying the text of the PDA messages. That's too far. I need to keep some pace here despite this really slow intro episode, so I will only be opening up the messages and not actually reading them myself.
Now it's time to learn about jumping and mantling. To jump, simply press the space bar. Some surfaces can be mantled onto by holding down the space bar. Mantling lets you pull yourself up to ledges and other high places in front of you. Give it a try.
I think you need to know mantling in order to finish the game. Don't quote me on that, but we'll find out sooner or later. And that's it for basic training. So let's move on to the advanced lessons.
You've done well. Remember, if you're unclear on any aspect of what you've just learned, you can repeat the training as often as you wish.
But I don't really want to repeat any of this.
If you've completed basic training, you're ready for the advanced lessons provided here. Advanced training will familiarize you with the 3 key areas of military service: weapons training, technical training, and psionics training. Approach the Cyberlink booth of your choice to train in that area. When you finish training in the 3 areas, proceed directly to the recruitment center to choose and start your military career.
And you are going to want to do all 3 no matter what branch what branch of the military you decide. They even specify this kind of thing.
Alright, wannabe. If you want to learn the weapon skills it takes to even think about joining the Marines, come on in. We're looking for a few good men.
Weapon skills needed to even think about joining the military in the first place. Seriously. And there's a weird quirk about these. If you don't move, they'll never speak, so...
Good to have you on board. You'll notice when you're in the Cyberlink booth, the UNN has kindly provided you with a virtual cyber interface and all the simulated skill levels you'll need for the training tasks. But don't get too cocky. They'll disappear once you leave the booth.
I think these are normally supposed to be barred, but my version decided to glitch on that for some reason. I don't know.
Now we'll teach you how to handle a firearm. Pick up the pistol and the clip from the table. You can equip the weapon in one of 2 ways. Bring up your inventory and drag the pistol to your weapons equip slot near the right-hand side of your inventory. If that's too slow for you, you can use the hotkeys on the keyboard. Press 2. If the pistol was in your inventory, it will equip for you automatically. To lock and load the ammo clip, hit the R key or hit the reload button on the lower right corner of your screen. Once you've loaded the firearm, take a shot at the dummy robot by pressing your left mouse button when in shoot mode. Notice how its health bar gets shorter as you chip away at it.
One thing they don't tell you in this training, I think... we'll get to it later. But these weapons have multiple firing modes. And I want to check something while we're here. Yeah, that confirms my suspicion that the game does not display damage numbers. So if you hit the O key, or at least that's what it's bound for me, you can switch fire modes, like normal and burst. You're not going to need to use the alternate fire modes very often. Just keep that in mind.
Some items need to be charged with energy before they can be used. Pick up the laser pistol. Now use the recharging station nearby. The recharge station will juice up all of your energy-based items. Weapons, batteries, you name it.
The laser pistol, if I'm not mistaken, is usually bound to 5. And this is a weapon where you're going to want to use the alternate fire mode. Hell of a reload time, but the thing fires a lot of energy very fast. This can save your life in a few situations, especially because the main laser pistol is so weak in terms of damage that you're better off using the alt fire. I love this first line.
Weapons are not fine wines. They do not get better with age. The colored dot on the lower right corner of the screen tells you what kind of shape your firearm is in. Green is good, red is bad. To fight the effects of wear and tear, a soldier with maintenance skill can use a maintenance tool to improve the condition of his weapon. Just pick up the tool, open your inventory, and drag the tool onto your pistol. Remember that maintenance tools are only good for a single use.
I was switching items to give you an exact idea of how these kinds of things worked. So we're done with weapons training.
Good work. Now you're ready for the Marines. Take a look at the other training areas first before you enlist. They might just come in handy.
He has no idea how handy.
Inside, we'll teach you the basics of some technical skills you'll need in the Navy.
This one, I could understand your average military person not knowing these technical skills, but really, you'd be doing a disservice to yourself.
Welcome. You'll notice when you're in the Cyberlink booth, we'll provide you with a temporary cyber interface and the skills you need to accomplish the training tasks. but they'll only last so long as you're in the booth. The object in front of you is a container of nanites. Nanites are consumed whenever you perform technical tasks, such as hacking or repairing. When you pick up the container of nanites, they do not go in your general inventory, but are instead displayed in use mode on the bottom left of your screen. Walk over to the keypad by the door and try out hacking. Use the keypad by right-clicking on it. To the right of the number pad, you'll see an orange tab labeled Hack. Left-click on the tab. Text will appear indicating the difficulty of the hack and any bonuses that apply. Click on the Start button to begin hacking. You'll see a grid of nodes. Clicking on a node will either turn it bright or dark. To successfully hack, you must connect 3 bright nodes in a straight line. Beware the ice nodes with the red outlines. If one of these turns dark, you fail the hack, and you might break the item you're working on or worse. You can restart your hack attempt at any time by hitting the reset button, though you'll have to pay the nanite cost again.
I want to see if I can break this thing. Come on. Break. We'll be right back once this thing breaks. That was fast. Okay, so yeah, if you hit an ice node, you get a critical failure. Well, ice node or equivalent. And you notice the keypad doesn't work? We have this repair button to make that happen, fixed. One thing I should point out is that difficulty will not go below 15%, no matter how hard you try. Now, if you fail a repair, the item is lost forever. If you fail a hack or modify, it just breaks, and whatever other consequence. Alright. Keypad is back in normal condition. Let's do a proper hack. Aw, come on. There. This was just a demonstration, so you're only going to get nanites. Speaking of hack, let's see...
You can use nanites to buy items from replicators. To use a replicator, right-click on it.
Hi there.
Then left-click on the item you wish to purchase. The item you purchased will drop into the slot below.
Value wrap.
Make sure you pick up your purchases before you leave.
I wonder...
Please make your selection.
Can I can hack this one.
Hi there. Please make your selection.
Reinitialized.
Notice that the inventory completely changed. That is normal for hacking a replicator. You hack one, which requires a hack skill of level 3, which they gave you generously in this. Then you get not only the different inventory, but lower prices too. So that's it for technical skills.